pedal power, a maximum speed of 15 miles per hour can be achieved. But while the C5 is bound to be greeted as a major breakthrough, the protests about its safety have already started. Although it looks like a car, the law sees it as an electrically assisted pedal cycle, which means it can be driven without a driving licence or motor insurance by anybody from the age of 14, over the age of 14. Now, with me is Dr. Murray Mackay, who heads the Accident Research Unit at Birmingham University. It is a motorised tricycle, is it? Is that how you describe it?
It's an electrically powered cycle. Yeah, and because of that, it fits in the category, as you said. No insurance, can be driven by anybody over 14, no road tax, for example.
You seem to have to sit very low in it. I mean, how do you drive it? Where are the controls?
Well, the controls are sort of under your thighs. There's a handlebar under the thighs, and your feet are relatively high up in front on
Hang on, you mean you sort of... the thing is under here?
That's right. Now, It would be all right for you, Frank, but I don't know about a girl in a full skirt in a headwind. Might be in an interesting position, which will at least keep other motorists awake.
Yes. Now, yes, that's a thought, isn't it? The curious thing is that it's been condemned by the British Safety Council, but approved by the Department of Transport. Now, presumably, it's been approved by the Department of Transport because it fulfills all the legal requirements. Is that so?
I think so, yes. I wouldn't pay much attention to the British Safety Council. But there are, I think, some serious considerations about it.
Well, what have they said about the British Safety Council? I mean, you dismiss them out of hand as if their word doesn't matter.
Well, I don't think they have the technical expertise, really, to talk about crash performance or to talk about the characteristics of accident involvement. OK, what reservations do you have about it? It's slow. Its maximum speed's about 15 miles an hour, and it's a sort of milk float that you're putting into a traffic stream, and that sort of dislocation, I think, is going to cause conflicts, particularly right turning. And then the whole visibility question. I don't think it has indicator lights. Because it's slow, it's going to get hit from behind a lot. So
it's very low as well, isn't it? It could be missed. I mean, if you're sitting in a high car, could it be beneath you and...
well, there's that side, and also from the rider's point of view, the eye height is about the same as a sports car. You're low down, you're below the load platform of lorries and that sort of thing. So it'll be difficult for the rider to see his way through traffic as well.
Do these things... A big play has been made about the fact that you don't have to wear a seat belt, there's no licence plates, you can't be charged with drunken driving. I mean, does that really matter? It's not going very quickly, is it?
Well, I don't think at this stage we should get too hot and bothered and talk about legislation to be changed to ban it or anything like that. I think we should let the marketplace actually operate and see if it's going to be successful and see if it does, in fact, generate problems.
Yes. I mean, you may not need a seatbelt or a crash helmet, but the insurance, I mean, there's no insurance required, and that must worry other people who might, you know, knock them over.
I think that's right. I mean, if my kids were going to ride this, I'd certainly want them to have at least third-party cover.
And it's intended as what, a kind of inner-city and town runabout, is it?
I think so, a commuting vehicle, short distance. You see, its maximum range is going to be 20-odd miles before you have to go and plug it in to charge it up again. But I think the limitations on speed and range are going to be the thing that will be the big criticism in the marketplace. Sir
Clive Sinclair's got a tremendous pedigree when it comes to hitting the target and with these innovations. I mean, do you think this one's going to be a great success?
Well, he's moved into a different field, and we've had, after all, bubble cars in the past, and we don't have them anymore.
Well, those were petrol-driven, weren't they?
Yes, indeed, but they had better, from the consumer's point of view, better characteristics in terms of speed and range than this vehicle has. But I think we should just let them see what the marketplace makes of it. Yeah.
Right, launch today, and we'll see what happens. Thank you very much indeed. Do you remember it was called a Messerschmitt? Did you ever have that as a...
No.
Those little bubble cars? It was called a Messerschmitt, wasn't it? It was like a kind of cockpit.
I don't remember them. Messerschmitts.
Yes.
Well, I know.